So Rachel, we've just finished our recent dive deeper into boundaries and balance. How was that session for you?
Well, it was really interesting and really, really rich learning. And there's so much to think about and contemplate when we think about boundaries and balance that I was really surprised. I'd originally thought of a boundary being something very fixed and rigid and like a picket fence. And now I want it to be more fluid and to have more motion, and noticing that there are different boundaries for different things. So actually it was really prompted some quite deep thinking, which I didn't quite expect.
Anything else about that session? Is that deep thinking?
I think the pattern that we noticed across the group was that we were all in the center of our stuff, in the center of our boundaries, and that we need to take responsibility and ownership and control of our boundaries. And I think we all noticed that we kind of need to get better at communicating them too, communicating them to others. Sometimes we don't know what our boundaries are. We don't make time to think about them. We need to do that more. And then when we know them, we need to be communicating them more so that we can have the kind of relationships that we want with people. And noticing that there are the multiple boundaries, whether it's professional boundaries, personal boundaries, emotional boundaries, physical boundaries. Lots of different
What impact
boundaries.
do you think that session will have had on our participants?
Well, people were talking about scheduling time in their diaries for themselves, an hour a day, to think about themselves and their boundaries. People were talking about looking ahead a lot more, looking ahead at what they could physically cope with and deliver on. People thinking about, well, if I want to be really professional, I need to be professional with myself and schedule time with myself to make sure that I'm getting time for me in my diary.
Yeah, I think that's a really interesting thing about the time. So what I notice is with these 3-hour sessions, they're quite unusual to have that amount of time, but the depth of learning, the richness of experience, and just how much people enjoy creating that space for themselves to get, to really get some more information about a topic that's so useful.
Well, that's why we do it for 3 hours, don't we? So people actually leave a slightly different version of themselves when they arrived, and they've got extra knowledge. And there's usually a very clear set of actions, things that they're actually going to do differently. So it's like a group coaching session, really, in a way. And I think that's what works really well.
So next topic?
Next topic is diversity and inclusion. And it's on Monday, the 23rd of June, from 9 until 12, British Summer Time, where we're going to be exploring, well, what are these words? They're being used a lot at the moment, quite rightly so. But I think lots of people have different understandings. Are these buzzwords? What do they really mean for us? And what do we really want to commit and do differently around diversity and inclusion in our lives and within the organisations that we come into contact with?
Yeah, really looking forward to that one. I hope to see you there.